Alright, we've got a outside yard clean out, nice and easy access. We got the water running for a little while. Let's see what we got. It's going the right way. There we go. Alright. There we go. Should be a pretty short run to the street. I don't know if it's already occurred. They didn't say they had noticed any drainage concerns during the home inspection, which is usually a good sign. Oh, we got a little bit of grease on camera. Oh, let me clean this before I get much further. Okay, that's a little bit better. Should be a pretty short run, so we'll see. Make sure we don't have anything stopping any brakes. Spiderweb joint right there, that's fine. Oh, we got a little bit of water sitting right here. We should not have this much water right there. So we got a belly right before this joint. Right before probably the main drop right here. See if I can force it down in there so at least get around the corner. Oh no, we are still underwater going down? No, we're good. This is going down to the main. Maybe I can make it down there. Make sure water's still flowing down there. Where we drop in. Okay, there we go. There's the main. About 26 feet, a lot of that vertical. Seems like it's flowing okay down there. Don't want to go push too much down in there. Don't want to get no trouble messing with the main. So we'll come back out. Come back up. Look like we had a belly right before we went in. So I'm going to go ahead and cut the water off, and we'll see what we look like on coming back. Alright, let's go ahead and start pulling back, see what we look like. Yeah, it looks like we do still have some water right here. Okay, so let's see, we're at a belly. We go underwater right about here. That's right before the drop down, looks like, which is kind of normal. We got some debris here. No, we got a break there, looks like. Yeah, look, I think we got a break right there. Now that is another clean out. Probably out by the street. But that looks like we got some root intrusion coming in right there where that clean out is. And either a bad seal or a break, because that's a fitting. Shouldn't have all that rough edge right there. Yeah, we have got a break going on this drop down. See if I can get a photo right there. Alright. And we got a belly here too. So yeah, we got a water, looks like we got some stuff down in there, some debris. Alright, so yeah, we got a belly starting about right here. And we've got a break, it looks like. That clean out, probably the street clean out. So I'm going to go ahead and locate this. I'm going to pause the video and I'm going to go get a locator, put a locator in this. Okay, so we can pretty well confirm that we definitely have a break, and there's also another clean out in the road there. I mean, in the yard that's covered by grass, and the top is off, and it's probably been run over by a car. So this is confirmed a break. You're going to need a plumber here, and it probably has to do with the reason why there's a belly is because this got pushed down and broken, and so that's probably affected this area here, the pitch, and so you're going to need to repair this whole section right here. It's not too deep though, it's not too big of a section, but what happened is the cleanout got ran over by a car, I think, and it broke this whole fitting. That's what's causing this sag right here, this belly, and so that will definitely need to be repaired. This is a great time to do a sewer scope, because this is the kind of thing that may not have been found for a long time. So this is good information. So we'll pull on back, make sure we don't see nothing else. So try to get to this T, and I want to try to go up inside the house. That's one of the most valuable things we can do too, is to look at that line. This line here on the outside is pretty easy to repair. Inside is a little bit more difficult. So let's go up there and see what we can see that way. Alright, now we're going the other way. We're going to go up into the house as far as we can. We can't always get very far doing this, but I like to get as far as we can. Because this is now you're up underneath the slab. And this area here is areas you can't easily get to. Alright, we got a change in diameter, which is okay because this is going with the flow of the water. If it was the other way, this wouldn't be good, but it's going with the flow, so that should be alright. We might not be able to get up in that. There we go. I was able to get up there. See if I can make it to the stack. That other pipe to the side, that was probably the bathroom when you first walk in the door. Let's see if we can catch the kitchen from down here. Alright, here. This is probably the kitchen. Now let's see if we can find where the stack is coming from the downstairs. That'll kind of dead end us if we can find the stack. Be going up, we can't go any further. Alright, here we go. This that little pipe there will probably be where the stack is. Or the washing. This might be the washer. Looking pretty good though. A little bit of water here. Alright, we've got a bit of a belly here. Well, we could be going into a trap here. Okay, we're going into a trap. This is fitting. Alright, we got a little bit of water right before this trap. That may not be a big deal. Water, we do still have flowing water. This could just be a very small area of pitch. So that's about as far as we can get. So we got a little bit of water standing in the system. I don't think it's too big of a deal, but of course a plumber's going to have to look at this anyway. So you know, we got our video here. We got some information gathered. Now get this to a plumber. If you need a referral, I can give you a referral, or Michael can give you a referral, of course. But we need a plumber on this one, and tell him to go ahead and reevaluate everything. Going back into the house. We got a little bit of water standing here. Sometimes that's okay though, depending on where it's at. But that's up for a plumber to say. All we can do is find out what we saw. All right, I'll go ahead and pull everything back, and we'll put it up and get the report ready. Let's see real quick. I'll see if I can locate this on the inside of the house, just to kind of see where this might be. Okay, so we successfully located this. This is kind of what I thought. We're at the end here, so we're at the laundry room. This pipe right here will take you right on up to where the laundry drain is. That's how come it's so small in diameter. So we got a little bit of standing water right there, but again, this is something for the plumber to decide. Get this to a plumber, let them tell you. Sometimes a plumber will tell you that a little bit of pitch like this in a pipe is not a big deal, and it's actually necessary sometimes depending on how they had to do installs. So it may not be a problem, but you know, since they're going to have to come out here anyway, especially, have them evaluate this and see what they think. Because sometimes the risk is not worth the repair of what you might have to do, and there's very little risk being right there by the washing machine with such a little bit of belly. So again, plumber would decide that, but I've had a few conversations with a few of them, and sometimes it's not anything to worry about, but they do want to know about it. So anytime we're doing these, we want to try to let them know where they're at and what's going on. But overall, the inside looks okay, besides that one little concern. But the outside, we have got a definite repair that needs to happen. And it's close enough to the city. It could be a city thing. I'm not sure, though. Again, that's something I would still consult with a plumber first. I'll get the report up and the video loaded up and get it over to you.